Welcome back to another clay video. Today we are going to make this Among Us Winter Storm snow globe. And I will also be announcing the winners of last week's giveaway at the end of this video. This video is not only how to make a snow globe, but a bit of how not to make a snow globe. I ran into a decent amount of problems in this creation, and hopefully I've learned enough now that the next time I make one, it will be a little bit easier to create. These are the figures that I'm going to be using. I created these in a couple different tutorials on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description to those if you want to find those, how to create those characters. First, we're going to start out with the gray clay for the base, and we'll use the cap from the snow globe to make sure that we have the perfect size that we need. Now we can take some more gray clay and we'll create this sort of mountain rocky area. At first I didn't have much of an idea of how I wanted to create this, I just knew I wanted to use my Among Us figures. And even though Polis is the snowy map in the game, I didn't really want to create it to look like that. I wanted to just make my own design. So I'm just going to use these gray rocks, and then I think the snow falling on it will look pretty cool. We have a dead body sort of smashed into the rocks here. Kind of looks like it's a fossil almost. And for the snowman, or the snow crewmate, we'll be using this normal crewmate and just painting his mask white. We need to cut down the legs a little bit since these snowmen usually don't have legs. And we'll sort of push him into the base. And I thought it only seemed fitting for the Santa hat to be creating the snowman. Now, it's very odd to me when you see the hands of the crewmates. You don't see them very often, usually it's just the imposter, but they look sort of odd, but I thought it would be kind of cool to add the hand in there creating the snowman. So let's place that hand onto the snowman here. And using some more of the gray, I just wanted to fill up the space a little bit more, so let's use some of this to make some random shaped rocks. This is the same technique I used when I created Polis. And a couple little ones on the top here. And let's put this onto our base. And let's remove it from the table. And I guess we are ready to get baked. After baking, I thought I was just about done, but that turned out to not be very true. So let's use the super glue here and attach it to the base, which by the way did not stick very well. I think you should use some other type of glue for this. Now let's try to get it into the snow globe. And here we have our first failure. So let's trim this down a bit. And in this process, I seem to mess up the mask on the snowman pretty bad, so let's get some more white paint here. Now, I think that it will fit into it now, so let's move on to our next step, which will be filling it with water. I read that you should do a 1 tablespoon per 1/4 cup ratio using this vegetable glycerin and water, and it turns out that maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know if the water ended up too thick or something, but it didn't work out so well. So let's start pouring that into the snow globe. And I have these snowflakes. Not really sure what these are made of, but you can find a link to these and all the material I used in this video in the description. As you can see, the snow starts to swirl around and then sort of just settles at the top. And you'll see a little bit more about that when we get to that point. When we put it in there, it looks great, and I thought we were completely finished at this point. And then I flipped it over and I realized you could barely even see them. The bottom half of the figures is completely cut off. So that is our second fail. Let's remove that, and let's try again. And let's remove all of the water and take it off of the base. Now we can take this milliput. I used this when I created Captain Toad. You have to take these two different parts and mix them together. And then they dry in the air. It takes about 4 hours. Let's take a ball of it here and start creating the base. Pretty much I just wanted to raise it up, so you would hopefully be able to see it in the snow globe a little bit better. And I think that these will all stick together pretty good. And now we have to let it dry. After 4 hours of drying, we are done, and as you see, it did not stick together very well, but I won't count that as a failure, because we can use some super glue on that. So the base is blended in now with the gray, and let's glue it onto there. Now we have to deal with the issue of the snow not sinking to the bottom. It won't look like much of a snow if it floats at the top. So I thought maybe if I make the water really thick by adding a bunch of this stuff in. It turns out that did not help. It not only still had the snow go to the top, but it never sank, it sort of just floated in the middle. So we're gonna try just water, and I'm using distilled water. I don't know if that will make a difference, but I read maybe you should try distilled water. Now that we have the snow problem fixed, we have a leaking water issue. We put too much water into it, so let's take this out so we can just drain a little bit of water. And there we have another failure. So let's try to remove this from the water and hopefully do the accurate amount of water this time. We can use some more super glue. I know that there's really not enough water, it's a little bit short, but I would rather have that than it overflowing. And finally, we actually created something good. No, the completed snow globe. So here it is, guys, the Among Us snow globe. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will have on screen here the names of the different winners of the giveaway. So if your name is on here, make sure you get in contact with me on Discord, on Twitter, or on Reddit. If you don't have any of those things, you can also just comment on the video and let me know, and we can find a different way to contact each other. And then I can give you your game copy. We also have 2 more snow globes. So let me know what you would like to see inside of these snow globes. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.